Day 3 of my carnivore diet. I broke it today. If you hear a movie in the background, I am sitting at my bus stop, my kid's bus stop, waiting for them. I came a few minutes early to see if my little one would fall asleep. He is currently in that phase of life where sometimes he naps and sometimes he doesn't, and this is a good test for me if he's tired enough to nap, because being in his car seat for a few minutes, if he's sleepy, he'll fall asleep, and if he's not, then then we got to figure out the rest of the evening, because there's places to be, and I don't like when he takes the 5 o'clock nap because it messes up my whole night. But today's day 3. I feel significantly less bad than I was expecting to. Usually day 3 is kind of what hurts me, but maybe the beauty of tapering off the last few months is that it's not such a shock to my system, because I was already doing low carb with very little exception. So I'm hoping that helps. I had kind of a funny day. I learned this morning why you don't gloat, because anything that you gloat about tends to come back and bite you. And I was definitely humbled this morning. I was served up some humble pie for breakfast, so I will learn not to gloat anymore. It was anyway. Never gloating again. I've been, I feel like, actually, not that this is related to the carnivore diet at all, but I feel like this year has been a really humbling year. And I almost get constant life lessons about why you should do things and why you shouldn't do some things. And something that I gloated about literally like within the last few weeks actually happened to me today. So I am just thankful for the kindness of other people and all of that good stuff, but no more bragging. No more gloating about anything. It's not a good look on anyone, and I was reminded about that today. So I had coffee again today. I got a coffee out this morning because I had enough reward points for a free cup of coffee, and it was just sadness, and it really had nothing to do with the place I got the coffee from. It was my favorite out of all of the Dunkin' Donut locations near me. Coffee and sugar complements coffee so well. Splenda, in my opinion, doesn't complement it as well. And I think, I don't know, it was just hitting a little bit differently for me today. And it was decent. I drank my coffee. It wasn't so bad that I couldn't drink it. I just, realized that I like Splenda and stevia and things like that in tea, but for some reason I want my coffee with real sugar. So I gotta think about it, because technically I can't reach that. It's okay. Technically speaking, I can have honey. So I don't know if it would be wise to try to figure out putting honey in my coffee versus putting Splenda in my coffee. Probably would be, because Splenda is an artificial sweetener, and anyone who's read anything lately about artificial sweeteners knows that they're probably not the way to go. But neither is sugar, so I don't know. When my glucose is high, even being low carb, so I'm kind of hesitant to throw honey in the mix. I kind of think maybe my body needs a little break from it. I decided I'm going to wait till after my trip to give up coffee, because I'm going to be driving by my favorite coffee shop in the entire world, and no one's going to want to deal with me if I have to drive by my favorite coffee shop and not get it. So, and I will be in a car in close quarters with my husband and our 2.5-year-old driving from Cape Cod to Florida. So I'm not going to throw myself into the midst of caffeine withdrawal. Honestly, probably not till after Christmas is over. I've tapered off. I used to drink 3 coffees a day, and at least one of those coffees was espresso. So 4 shots of espresso. So I'm tapering off of my coffee. Yesterday I had a second one. Today I started to, and for some reason it was just way too sweet for me, and I don't know what went wrong with it. I think I'm bad at giving I don't know. I'm bad at consistency. Maybe it's just my morning brain knows how to make my coffee perfect, and my afternoon brain just could not articulate how to make my cup of coffee. So yeah, I did that. I went up to the local kids like specialty clinic with my little one for a hearing test today. I went to this burger joint called Relish. I didn't want to sneeze. Excuse me. I went to a little burger joint, and thank goodness my husband found it, because otherwise I probably wouldn't have eaten until way later, and then I would have become a hangry monster. Excuse me. He found this little local burger place, and I broke Carnivore technically. I had grilled mushrooms and onions and a little bit of pickles with it, but I did not have the sweet potato fries that were on the menu, and I'm going to call that a win, because there are definitely worse things that could have taken place, especially where, while I had been laughing off my morning, I definitely was feeling a little bit stressed out about it. So, yeah, so I did that. That's all I've eaten today. I ate half a cheese stick that then my son wanted. I guess I ate a bite of it, and then my little guy wanted it. I'm actually attempting to drink my water today. Almost empty. This does have the sweetened electrolytes in it. I realized the first day I did my diet, I didn't have anything, like literally no water. I made the water bottle. This is my same top, but a different bottom, because I dropped my bottle and I broke it. So I had some water, but it only in the form of seltzer water. And then yesterday I just did not drink any water at all, and it's probably not a good idea. So I just decided today, you know what, I will have it. I would like to take sweetener out of my life. Ironically, I am finding this way too sweet today, which is weird, because for the longest time it was so salty to me, almost like I like the citrusy elementy, and it reminds me kind of like like a salted margarita, just the rim. Like when you drink a margarita with the salted rim, the salty, sweet kind of taste. But the salt was always really strong. I'm 5'1", and the sun visor just doesn't work. And it used to be really salty to me. And now it's like, I feel like I'm drinking Kool-Aid. So I don't know if my taste buds are just rapidly changing. I actually was going to make an attempt to eat some straight butter today, because I heard that it helps you to become fat adapted faster. But I went to take the slightest nibble of it, and I couldn't do it. I don't know if I need a different kind of butter. Couldn't do it. So we'll see. But it did taste really sweet. Again, kind of weird to me. So yeah. Oh, hello, buddy. I see you. I know you're here too. So day 3, I'm surprisingly not dying. Usually I'm really suffering on day 3. Yesterday, I was not a happy camper. I felt very yuck and very emotional. My husband forgot that I was trying to quit coffee, and he asked me if I wanted a coffee while we were out. And you'd think I was posed with the most difficult question in the world, because I wanted one, but I didn't want to break what I was doing. But then I started to get weirdly emotional over not doing it, and then I started to get really emotional over the fact that I said yes, even though I got a cup of coffee that does kind of work with what I was trying to do, but it not characteristic of me to be emotional over getting coffee or not getting coffee, and every decision was bad. I did take some leave right after that, because I noticed that my head was starting to, as my daughter puts it, beep. And for me, sometimes the warning sign of a migraine is I get unusually emotional about things, and that level of emotion is not warranted. So I survived my evening, and I went to bed without raiding the fridge or doing anything insanely stupid. I still haven't lost an ounce though, and it sucks, admittedly. Like, the vanity in me, I gotta work on that, because it's not good, right? Like, shouldn't be vain about this, but I'm frustrated that I haven't lost any weight. But usually when I do this, I am coming off of like sugar and stuff. Like, I generally eat pretty low carb as far as like bread and pasta and potatoes. Like, I don't eat that stuff, but I do like me some sugar in my coffee. And like a Starbucks shaken espresso with chocolate foam. That's good. That's got like 80 grams of sugar in 1 cup of coffee. So my sugar intake definitely was a little too high, like a lot too high. So I think what would happen is I'd get that really quick water weight loss, inflammation loss, whatever you want to think of it as. Like, I could drop, like, first day, I'd be like, oh, 5 pounds down, go me. I gained 2 pounds. But, you know, I also really wasn't even eating before, so maybe now my body is getting some food and it's like, we're going to hold on to this for dear life. I don't know. I'm not going to try to psychoanalyze what's going on, because I have no idea. I don't have like a little plug, like, you know, that check engine lights that will tell me what's wrong. But I remind myself I am not only doing this to lose weight. I would like to lose some weight. I'd like to feel better in my own body. But the real reason I'm doing this is because of my autoimmune condition. I have inflammatory arthritis. I have, like, almost some days like debilitating IBS-D. I have gastritis. I have some other kind of inflammation in my throat, and I don't even remember the name of it, but I've got gastritis in my belly and something in my throat, and my joints flare and get hot and sore, and I'm like a freaking robot. Not robot, like I'm like the Rusty Tin Man some days. And I've got 5 kids, one of them being 2. Like, I can't do this. And I could be at my goal weight and I would still need to do something about how bad those things are. So hopefully losing weight will be a byproduct, but I need to remember that weight loss is the byproduct if it happens at all. And my body might need a lot of healing before any kind of weight loss can occur. And I guess I can't lose sight of that either, that through so many different things, I have really hurt myself. My body is hurting. And while I used to be able to force 5 pounds off in a week with all kinds of crazy stuff, it doesn't work anymore. And what's the point of being thinner if I still feel like shit? So patience is my lesson of the day here. So it is like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I have some bouncing around to do later. I might try to back out of a commitment that I have, because it's kind of a soft commitment. I am involved in my daughter's Cub Scout group, but really I am just the helper. The other woman is really like the gung-ho. She runs it. I support. And I might try to see if I can get out of it tonight, because I feel really tired and I kind of feel like I have a brick in my stomach. And while I will show up, because I committed, so I will show up, if she doesn't need me, I might let her just run the show tonight. Also, if my tot does not fall asleep, which I don't think he's going to, I'm running the risk of a 6 p.m. nap if he falls asleep on the way to Scouts, and that would be not fun. So, I know. He agrees it wouldn't be fun. So, he agrees. Okay, so, well, before you get a musical number from this one, I'm going to turn this off. yeah, I don't think I will update anything again today unless something really interesting or exciting happens. Tomorrow I will at some point. I will at some point make an update, and yeah, we'll just see how it goes heading into the rest of the week. Talk soon.